maybe this idea is not for you. I, for one, am not going to compromise my artistic integrity. And I'll tell you something else. This is the show, and we're not going to change it. Right?
Well, as George Costanza just let you know, this is going to be the show. More of the same, just going to be carving this particular pumpkin, and we're not going to be doing anything else. Going to be doing some carving, some sanding, and that's pretty much it. So if you're not interested in watching all that again, I don't blame you. I'm not really interested in doing it, but it's got to get done. By the end, it'll look pretty good, and I'll be done with this one as far as any more carving or sanding, and then tomorrow, or whenever the next blog entry is, I'll move on to finishing up the exterior with a coat of spar urethane, and then whatever I'm going to do for the outside, be it silicone and naphtha and paint mixed together, which is something I really want to try on this. It's a corpsing technique that I use. Or we might just go with regular paint. I haven't decided yet. I would like to go with some kind of texture on the outside, and I'd like to try that silicone and naphtha technique. Regardless of what I'm going to use, tomorrow's episode should be different, because I'm going to finish at least one of these things before I start on another, just so I can experience the entire crafting process. So stick around if you've got nothing better to do, and by the end, we'll have a finished form ready for an exterior coat of something. Paint, silicone, who knows? Maybe even liquid nails. There's an idea. Stick around.
So, this is really tedious. As you can start to see through the teeth now. What I'm trying to do is just cut down behind the teeth to get the mouth like a lower level behind them, and just have the teeth be, I don't know, half an inch long. You can kind of see it here, like on this one. See how thin it is? Just remember, this foam is like 3 inches thick. So I think it's working. It's just so tedious. I just don't know if it's worth all this effort. Looks pretty good, but I don't know. Keep at it. Well, I am done sanding on this. I just can't see putting much more time into this. I think it's good enough. And especially for as far away as it will be. So I think it's time to add some spar urethane to this thing and then put on whatever kind of final paint job I'm going to do on this. I can't go outside and show you what it looks like on the actual light because it's snowed out there, because what the hell else does it ever do in Connecticut? But I think that's going to look pretty good. Especially from, that's about as close as anybody will get to it. All that sanding and nonsense for something that's going to be seen that far away. But I don't know. And I think it came out pretty good. You can see that fabric in there. But I'm going to paint that black or orange or something. I think it looks pretty good. Good enough anyway. Kind of looks like a skull. That's kind of what I was going for up here. But the nose, you know, kind of looks like a skull. But then with the big face. Anyway. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. But I think that that's going to be it for me tonight because it is already 11 p.m. and I have been working on this thing for God knows how long already. This one's next, I guess. It's so much heavier because there's so much paper clay on this one. And then we'll sculpt that one. This is the paper bags with tape. Yeah, that might give you a better idea. So it's kind of pumpkin-y already. I'm not going to go overboard on it. And then we've got this last one, which is just a ball, but it's all hard enough to get done with this. So I'll tell you what I have learned doing this, these foam pumpkins, is if it's really thick, if your foam has come out thick, get a freaking knife that will go all the way through it, because what I did, started off with a razor that was only this long. I got another one that was that long, but it's still not long enough. So all of this going back and forth and carving a little bit here and a little bit there with these smaller things is a recipe for a lot of work. If you can get right in there all the way with the big knife, I think you'll do better. The other thing I would probably do differently, the next one, is I wouldn't even carve this stuff into the foam. I would probably just carve out the whole big thing here all the way around and then just make the teeth with paper clay. I think it might be quicker because this has been 2 days I've been working on this mouth and I'm calling it done and it's not even perfect, but it's gonna have to be good enough and my OCD is just gonna have to chill out. But I think on this one I'll probably just cut a big mouth, or maybe I don't know, maybe I won't have teeth at all, but I'll definitely be cutting it with this knife. So that's my suggestion. Alright, so if you enjoyed watching me do the same thing again for the second day in a row, don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the video. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and you'll get more videos of me carving pumpkins for the next 20 years. Because I think that's all I'm going to be doing anymore. God, I hate it. Thanks for watching. Put on whatever kind of a... God. Look at all this stuff. It's just everywhere. It's all over my floor. Just tons of it. The eyeball. I never did put that back downstairs. Anyway.